Okay, hello and welcome. Andy here. Here's the story from across the pond in America. This is Donald Trump. Trumpity Trump. Everybody thinks that he's a nice guy. Oh, I do. I think he's a nice guy. However, he's not as nice as you think he is. Certain things that come out over the time that make you go, maybe he's not nice. Maybe he actually is just another globalist with control. Because this is actually quite serious. There is a executive order that he has just signed, and it's real. So let's have a look. This is targeting disabled and unhoused people.
I just saw where Trump signed an executive order for people who cannot take care of themselves to be institutionalized. The same thing was done back in the 30s in Europe. We all know by who. It's part of the playbook. That's who they started with. And then you know what happened after that. Kind of doing a little reverse here, starting with the immigrants first. Went after the homeless in DC. And now he's going to go after the disabled. How do you not see this? Are you not aware of what happened in Europe in the 1930s? Is that what this is? Is it just ignorance? Is it lack of education? Is it lack of empathy? Is it you don't care? Well, guess what? ICE just got access to Medicaid records. Who uses Medicaid? The disabled. Wake up, people. You're on the wrong side of history if you're still supporting this.
The gist of it is that they're going to, if you're disabled or unhoused, they're going to try and criminalise and also institutionalise people with mental health disabilities and substance use disorder. Now, with any of this fluffy stuff that they come out with, you know, that UN Agenda 2030 that people go and have a look at, and they go, oh, but we're going to help the homeless and feed the world. Yes, but it's not that. That's a good idea. It's how they're going to achieve that goal, which is not a good idea. And if you know anything about Agenda 2030, yeah. If you don't, then go and have a look. Now, this is just another branch of all of this abuse against the disabled people. Remember, we had that story the other day about Canada. And of course, we've got the UK with the assisted dying bill, which went through. And people can recommend that they are, yeah, you know that word that I can't say on YouTube, but it involves not being here anymore. Unfortunately, I'm old enough, well, just old enough to remember when disabled people lived in sheltered housing, like they were in group homes. There was a lot, and everybody who was severely disabled and required care, they didn't live in the community on their own as a normal human being. They lived in care homes. And that was the way it was. Right or wrong, that was the way it was. But we can obviously go back even further to the 1930s, that conflict that went on with that guy and his program of T4. He obviously was very happy to get rid of anybody who wasn't normal, didn't live up to the Aryan agenda and the looks and the abilities. So this is it has very much a danger to this thing they're proposing, and there's already the ACLU. So ACLU condemns the executive order which targeting disabled and unhoused people. He signed it, directing states to criminalise unhoused people and institutionalise people with mental health disability and substance use disorder. Now, there's obviously the fluffy bit about this, The solution is that it's going to help people get off the street because it's going to give them somewhere to live. And also, whilst they're there, they can get treatment or help. So this is the order. It's going to try and eliminate federal funding as well for evidence-based programs like harm reduction and housing first. Sweeping federal data collection on unhoused people and those with mental health disabilities, raising concerns about surveillance, privacy and how such data could be used. Obviously being criminalised, then there's a whole justice system thing around that as well, because criminalisation, get put in prison, whatever, criminal record, it's not going to help people. And if it's because you're just disabled, I would say that's probably bordering on discrimination. So the big beautiful bill, that's the so-called bill that will strip healthcare from millions of this to the dangerous executive order. Every action that administration takes displays remarkable disdain for the rights and dignity of vulnerable people. So they are pushing people into institutions and forcing treatment. It's not going to help anybody, but this is what they think. Institutions are dangerous and deadly, and forced treatment does not work. Trumpety Trump is blaming individuals for systemic failures and doubling down on policies that push people with nowhere else to go. Now, obviously the danger here is, where does it stop? And what we're talking about is, where does it stop? Because it's not just mentally disabled and ill and the homeless. And homeless does not have to be disabled at all, but they might be. They might be ex-vets. They might be just homeless. They might have mental health issues. And what they're saying is they're going to take them off the street and put them into homes and forcibly treat them. But where does that end? Physically disabled? We know what they're like with paying for care. They're trying to cut that out. Then we know what they're like with paying benefits to help you get on with life and cutting that. We also know the attitude towards disabled people, with the whole laws that are coming in to do with Canada and the assisted dying bill, which is not a bill, it's a law. So let's be real here. They don't want you here. That's the government. They don't want you here. Basically, if they can hide you away in a institution, lock you away, lock the key, I'm sure that you won't be allowed out. You may as well not be here. But the point is that, where does that stop? And as somebody's commented already in a video, it could extend to, what about gay people? They class them as not normal. So they've got a mental issue. Let's put them away. It might be, I don't know, people with political views. Where are they going to put them? Where does it stop? If you oppose the government, they'll lock you up, put you in an institution. From a care home point of view, that's your life. You are 24/7 in this place. Obviously you get the care, the food, everything else, and it's probably cheaper to run. But is it cheaper? But you all have a life. Disabled people are human beings. We deserve and expect to be treated like everybody else. There are people who want to get rid of the human rights laws which protect us. I'm really not sure that is the way to go. The EHCR, or the European Human Rights, which is the one that I want to get rid of altogether. I mean, it might be European, however, it does protect a lot of rights, including your right for free speech as well. So think about that. Do we have any other laws? Well, I don't think we do, because they want to remove them anyway. And with Labour, as it is at the moment, with the dystopian direction that we're going in, I'm not sure that we are safe yet. Certainly, there's a lot to come. Right, that's it from me. Have a very good day. I'll see you later.